D-Rock, start 34 with this one. Missed my flight by 2 minutes, so now I'm in the back of a car and I have to drive 5.5, 6 hours to Charleston, and it's already midnight. Or it's 9, actually it's not midnight, that's good, I'll get a little sleep, but it's 9:50, and I gotta be on stage at 9 o'clock in the morning with 6 hours of driving because I missed my connecting flight by 120 seconds. You know, the glamorous life of an entrepreneur. It's all champagne, bottles and models, the big life, houses and cars and watches, right? My ass.
Round of applause, Charleston, everybody, for Gary Vaynerchuk, everybody. Let me hear you.
Thank you, brother.
Gary,
Morning.
How you doing?
Super duper well.
I had an awesome meal last night. Beer, good pasta, pickled ramps. What'd you do?
I missed my connecting flight and drove 5.5 hours from Atlanta to Charleston and got here at 5 a.m. and drank some bullshit coffee at my hotel and ready to rock and roll this morning.
So we're going great.
Ready to go. It's almost like when rap got big, like everybody just decided they were gonna be a rapper. Like, you can't just decide you're gonna be an entrepreneur. You can. There's a big difference between being an entrepreneur and having entrepreneurial tendencies and actually being a successful entrepreneur. And I think a lot of people have been extending their college lives and disguising it as entrepreneurship and are losing a lot of people's. I worked fucking hard for my money. I came here with zero. I didn't have a single fucking vacation day or weekend since I was in the 7th grade. I'm not pumped about losing my money, right? I'm not a VC like everybody else where I made money on the carry and because I went to Yale and then Bain & McKinsey and I grew up in an elite environment so I was able to start a venture firm. When I lose money, it hurts me hard. You know, $100,000 is more money than my fucking dad made for the first 10 years he was in America. Like, this isn't a joke to me. So no, I do not feel bad for the businesses on the other side, and I'm really looking forward to dead fucking carnage and complete fires and death in this space so that we can recalibrate what the fuck we're talking about, because the audacity to think that something bad happened to the business person in an environment where they took normal people's money who are gonna get all pumped up about the Jobs Act because CNN and Fox are gonna have to talk about something after the fucking presidential election, and everybody's gonna find their fucking Zucks and Travis, and you're gonna put in $5,000 on a website and it's gonna be the next fucking Facebook and you're gonna make $7.8 million. It's gonna be fucking terrible.
Here.
Yes.
Told this crowd full of entrepreneurs they're gonna fail, the apocalypse is coming. Give them one bit of positive news
No,
on the way out.
no. And I'm gonna tell you why no. Because if 24-year-old me was sitting up there, here's what would be happening. Fuck this old dude. I'm gonna fucking navigate, build a big fucking business, and I can't wait to email this fuckface in 10 years and be like, yo, I was in Charleston when you were doomsdaying, I just built a $100 million business, bitch. Cause that is what an entrepreneur is. They don't care what your mom thinks, your friends thinks, if it's cool, if it's not. They can't breathe. They have to build their thing, and they have the confidence regardless if somebody before them says it's gonna be good and bad, because a real entrepreneur can absolutely navigate through the toughest times. That's when the best businesses are built. A lot of the great companies that we talk about now, Amazon and eBay were navigating through the shit, right?
Yep.
And they navigated well and built great companies. I'm proud that I built Wine Library when it was completely Wall Street centric, high-end wine, during a collapse on Wall Street and 9/11. It was very hard how I built Wine Library. And Vaynermedia was built in 2009 and 10 when shit was bad. So if you're so good, if you're so great, if you're so gonna be the person, I have great news for you. Shit's about to get bad and you get to prove it.
Gary, you're great.
Thanks.
Proud, you guys are great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Here.
Crush it, look.
You want a crush it line? Crush it.
My name is Peter Kafka. I'm a senior editor at Recode. I cover media and technology, and I've been doing some version of this for more than a decade. In 2007, I was the first hire of what was a company called Silicon Alley Insider. The idea originally was we were going to cover a lot of New York tech businesses. It ended up pivoting into a bigger focus. But for a while, anyone who did anything in New York that had anything to do with the internet in 2007, we would be interested in it. And it was a pretty small group of people. David Karp founded this little blogging thing called Tumblr. We were all interested in Twitter because it kind of seemed like a New York company, even though it was based out west. And then one of those guys was Gary Vee, who was this guy who turned this wine business into an online wine business and was becoming an online celebrity. It was a very new, novel thing. So we were all interested in what Gary was doing. Kind of seemed like a novelty at the time. A lot of folks, probably myself included, figured, all right, this is a novelty. He's going to move on into something else. So it's pretty impressive that nearly 10 years later, there's now an entire Gary Vee industry. Good job, Gary.
It's great to see you again. Hi.
Margaret.
Margaret, how are you?
Good. I'm gonna put you. Which one do you want Gary in?
Let's go left.
Okay.
Left?
For me, it's right.
How much lighter are you since last year?
A lot.
Yeah, dude.
A lot.
Been,
Because of that, man. Yeah. Right there, Mike.
I heard you on Tim Ferriss podcast.
Yep.
There you go.
Can you tell me?
Where's that one coming out from?
This one's
That
D-Rock.
one's yours.
I want the streets to love me. I want that trenches to love me, which is why I'm attracted to the South and female entrepreneurs and minorities. And so I tell them every time, consistently, and I don't like saying it as a white dude that made it in America, but it's true, which is if anybody has ever made it that looks like you, then you can too. And what's harder, much harder than getting money or respect from the establishment is actually winning with the market. When somebody will say to me, well, Gary, I can't get funding because I'm a girl, or I can't get funding because I'm from Mexico. I go, bro, it's way harder to actually have your product win with customers than to get some old white dudes on Sand Hill Road to write you a check. So if this is breaking you down, if you're crying now, you're in deep fucking shit.
The market's the ultimate validation.
The market makes old white dudes that are racists seem soft.
Last question.
I like that.
I like that, yeah.
I like that, D-Rock. Make sure that's in there.
Last question, Gary Vaynerchuk.
But do you understand?
I do.
Like,
yeah.
if you're crumbled by what the media or what VCs are giving you an at-bat, you have no shot in the reality of the marketplace.
Right, because if you make it work, they're going to follow you. If you've got the idea, you've got traction, you're making revenue, they're coming to you.
Of course.
Right.
They don't care. That's what's so great about capitalism. Capitalism could be so fucked up, but the second you have the leverage of success, they'll be the first in line to say they're sorry and write you a big fat check.
Well, we love you, and you're always welcome.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Gary.
That was interesting. This is a salty, salty day. Salty V is in full effect.
Oh, crap, I get
How are you, sir? Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
So,
All right.
so what are we doing?
Yeah, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna freeze Gary, the action out
Oh, this
here.
is Snapchat. You have 10 seconds. Go.
Oh my god. And then we're gonna do light painting behind
Okay, too
you
late.
for 30 seconds.
All right, then we're gonna continue.
All right, cool.
And then what?
And then we are gonna use a LED light, 200 little LED lights in the background, and paint a big geometric pattern in a 30-second exposure.
Bam.
Boom.
All right.
Set. You're gonna be, your spot's gonna be right there. Yep. And you're gonna, a flash is gonna go off, and then you're gonna have to be a statue for about 30 seconds.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep.
Wait. You want me to stand still for 30 seconds?
Move around a little bit.
This might be the greatest challenge of my career. You could have literally said, hey, you now need to become a Navy SEAL in 2 hours. Go and save this hostage. And I'd be like, okay, that's more doable than what I need to do right now. But I'm gonna try. D-Rock, does this look wild?
All right, my friend. Rock and roll. 1, 2, 3.
I know you think I'm crazy, but I'm just torn apart.
You're super tack sharp. All this motion in front of you are the LED lights. Look there, some stuff going on down here.
That's really neat.
Can I do a selfie?
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Hey,
Awesome.
nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, very cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thanks for having me. Real love. Thank you.
Got a great room upstairs for the book signing.
Awesome.
It's gorgeous.
Awesome. How are you?
So better than last year inside than outside?
Oh my God, last year was first tweet I see. No one in New York gives a fuck about Charleston. Oh boy. It's so interesting though, like how you guys really like. It's not where I'm not coming from a bad place.
Of course.
Come from a good place.
But 3 years ago. Gary Vee.
Hey guys.
Second row.
Hello. So far, pretty good day. A lot of good stuff, right, D-Rock? What was interesting?
the marketing, remarketing.
Yeah, the market is the market. It's a really good story. Like, you know, I think a good title for this one might be, if anybody ever made it that looks like you can too, right? I've been saying that a lot, or something to that degree. I really believe in that. Like, I love how people are more scared of the pre-market than the actual market. They're more worried about why nobody will give them money and how hard they have it as someone who's a minority or a small segmentation. And there's so many examples of it, race or gender, but there's also like, I'm from the South and I can't, like, the market is way tougher than the white dude VC establishment, and we need to start recognizing that. If you're crying that you can't raise money, then the market's gonna eat you up real quick. And so the other thing is, you should take that as an advantage to actually build a business that isn't predicated on raising money. This is your opportunity to go in a different direction, build a tangible business that makes money. There's a lot of places to get money from. You don't just need them from venture capitalists. You can get them from so many other places. And so, yeah, that's what I think.
Generation.
Of course, it's awesome.
Cool, man.
Cool, man.
Hey, D-Rock, you wanna jump in?
Yeah, get in here, D-Rock.
Let's get a picture.
Let's get you in the middle, man.
Yeah, sure.
D-Rock in the middle. So egotistical, D-Rock.
Cool.
Awesome. Yes, I do. I don't know if you can make it out, but that's what I do.
So check this, I'm launching my SoundCloud page for my music production and everything, but I wanted just to ask you, like,
Yeah.
I'm doing everything with social media, I'm
Yes.
gonna hit up all those small blogs, like,
Yes.
like I know like Nick Guarino and all those
Yes.
guys. I'm just curious if you know of like any other methods that I can kind of market
Get
myself
awareness for it?
from the start, because it's hard and I got
I think Twitter search is killer.
Yeah?
Yeah, the kind of music you're making, you know the terms. It's like I know about
Yeah.
wine or the Jets. Like I know how to, I'll give you a good example in Jet Talk, because then I think I'll give you what, if you search Malden on Twitter, you're gonna get a deeper Jet fan than you're gonna get if you search Brandon Marshall. Got it?
Yeah.
So what you need to do on Twitter is search those kind of terms,
Yeah.
and then literally just engage with somebody and be like, yeah, I love his work or her work, and they're gonna be like, who's this guy that likes it? Then they're gonna look at your Twitter account, your SoundCloud's gonna be linked, got it?
Yeah.
It is the #1 way when you're at zero to win.
Yeah.
To spend 5 hours a day fucking just jamming with people that have like interests, they become aware of you because you talked about things that you both like. Search hashtags on Instagram.
Yeah.
So somebody puts out some love to an artist that does similar stuff.
Yeah.
You leave a comment, it's the only person that comments, and you're like, yeah, her shit is rad. And they're like, who's this dude?
Yeah.
They click it.
Cool.
They click your link, got it?
Yeah.
That's 100% what you should do.
Sweet.
And by the way, you should start doing that now.
Yeah, no, I will. I'm
All right.
already putting everything together.
How much, do I have 2 minutes for this guy?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
let's do it.
All right, so
I love you, brother.
see you around.
I'm gonna see your dad tonight.
Yeah, no, have fun. I wish
Actually,
I
you know
could
what?
be there.
Let's take a photo for your dad. Love it.
Hell yeah, brother. Be well. Good seeing you.
So my name is Fernando. This
Fernando.
is for Sustain Creativity's digital idea train.
Love it.
And you seem to be a digital idea master. What do you think about that?
I think I'm a master. Yes.
All right. So I'm over here, and can you tell us a little bit about your book?
Yes, sure. I wrote a book on the state of the union of being an entrepreneur and a digital, social, internet marketing guy. People get confused about the value of content versus the value of context. I'm not gonna say very many things for the rest of my life. I've got 4 to 6 basic things I believe in. I'm just very, very good at making it contextual for the day that we live in every single day. The end. And that's what I would tell you to do.
Okay.
Right? I can write this book every year.
Got that.
I can write this book every day, every year for the rest of my life, because but it's all in its religion. In its religion,
Right.
it's gonna be the same.
Yes.
But in its tactics, it will be different.
'Cause I'm-
It's because I want to affect the youth with at least, I don't want them to think like me. I don't want them to idolize me. I just want them to hear me, to use my message against what they hear from other people, because I think I'm in the minority of selling hard work in a world where everybody wants it now. And I just want them to have my voice in their ear along with all the tricks and the secrets and the systems that I think they're getting pounded with on Instagram and other places.
Well, that's great. That's great advice. I'm sorry. I know you're
No, no
not-
worries.
If this is not too much to ask, could you
Please.
sign a couple of my
Of
books?
course, let's do it,
you're
brother.
the man.
No worries, man.
This is what we want.
Gary,
Yes.
you said hi to my Snapchat fam, but you can
Yes.
say hi to the YouTubes, guys.
I love YouTube.
Gary Vee right now.
I've been doing it since 06.
10 seconds of advice.
Don't listen to anybody, not your mama, not this guy, not me. Just listen to your heart.
Do whatever you want. There it is.
It's more, you guys grew up with all this stuff. Like, I'm old. When we didn't have YouTube or the internet to like do practical things around what you love, and you can, and that's serious.
There it is.
It's funny, the theme that's breaking out in today's episode is the market is the market is the market. And it's ironic that it's happening on one of my favorite leisure days. I mean, literally spending a boatload of money. Like, you guys all talk to me about, like, why don't you fly private? Because I never want to spend the money in a business context. Sometimes I keep it frugal, but because the NFL draft is one of my favorite days of the year, I'm flying because I need to get to AJ's house in time for it. That's how much it matters to me. And it's funny, this whole market is the market thing is so real. So I look at NFL players that are NFL ready first rounders today. They've been analyzed by all these scouts and all these pundits, right? And people are judging where they should be taken in the 32 picks of the first round. No different than a bunch of VCs analyzing businesses. And one of the themes that have been coming up is I'm trying to tell people, like, look, you know, if you think it's hard being a minority or from a small town or a female entrepreneur and nobody's giving me money and you're crying about that, and you don't realize that that is much easier than what you're gonna deal with when your product actually goes to the market and the market takes over and decides, then you're not a winning player. In the same way that today, 32 guys are gonna get drafted to the NFL. Clearly this quarterback that's gonna be taken number 1 and 2, there could be another quarterback or 2 taking the first round. All the pundits, all the experts, all the analysis is saying that these are the 2 best, but then the market takes over. Then these 4 guys or 3 quarterbacks that get taken today have to actually go on the field and they have to play. And then no matter what everybody said, oh, Bill Polian, 40 years of NFL experience, if he's wrong because he judged you without knowing what happens when you hit the market, you get to stick it to him, or he's right. That's the bottom line. At the end of the day, all the talking, all the challenges beforehand, all the kids that came from small towns without a dad, or where their parents got killed in a car accident, or whatever it may be, that are now have made it to this point, no matter what it was, or the private school kid on the offensive line that came from a rich family and had an easy way right to Michigan University to play. It doesn't matter how you got there. Now you got to this moment, then you get picked. The market says you're the 18th best player, but you can be the first best player. If we redrafted Von Miller's draft, I bet you he could drafted earlier, right? I don't think Tom Brady slips to the 6th round of the NFL draft, and it kills me to say that. I don't think Russell Wilson, I'll go there, it makes me feel better. I don't think Russell Wilson goes in the 3rd round of the NFL draft if we do it today, but that's because it hit the market. And so what I'm imploring entrepreneurs to do is to not cry about all the reasons they haven't been able to raise money in a world where that is not the market, that's the micro market. The actual market is when your business sees earth and has to win or lose. The amount of overhyped businesses because of the pedigree of the founders or the idea that have happened over the last decade that have failed is enormous. And all of the business that nobody thought would succeed have. It's just the way it's, by the way guys, I yearn for this. You know I preach what I live. Do you know how exciting it was for me to go into the agency world on Madison Avenue where all these big agencies existed and everybody's like, the wine guy who has a couple of followers on Twitters thinks he's gonna start a social media shop, which we don't even know what social media is. It's crazy. It's crazy to me how delicious all that negativity was, and now sticking it right in their mouth over and over and over again as I build one of the biggest shops is so exciting for me. Do you know how easy it was for me to just how insanely easy it would have been for me to just be an investor in 2010?
What do you mean?
Just have a fund and just, do you know how easy investing life is? It is.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're ready? Now, look, you have to be unbelievable to get to that moment in your life.
But don't you have to perform? Like,
yes.
Like, what would happen if from
you'd have to find
10 to 14, the fund like didn't do great.
Then you would have, first of all, you would have had a 4-year vacation where you were gonna paid a lot of money to do nothing. You know the economics, right? You get 2% of the carry. You raise $50 million, you know, and you're getting $1 million a year, and you have 200,000 expenses, 300,000.
Crush it, you're getting 20 of, yeah.
But like even if you don't crush it, you make $800,000 a year to meet people and give them money. Number two, if you don't win, it's been stunning to me how many people can go out and raise money from the next tier. Maybe you can't get it from the best people. Yeah. Doing. I guess the reason I just said to you, like, the reason I just said that to you is like, I get mad when people don't realize how much of my own dog food I actually eat. Like when I'm like, go work, like build a business. That's what I've done the last 6-7 years, like on this platform. I went and built a business, a meaningful business. And I did it during good times when it's actually harder to build a big business and a good business when it's easy to not have to. The next decade's gonna be about building actual businesses again.
Yeah.
So interesting. It's so interesting because when everybody's gonna be forced the next decade to build businesses, I'm gonna be investing. Because they're gonna be it's unbelievable how countercultural I am in all aspects. Like, I have to be for me.
Right.
I'm so anti-establishment. I so do things that are not scalable. When things are too good, I go the other way. I make it harder on myself. It's interesting. I'm gonna make a lot of money in my 50s and 60s. A lot. I'm gonna buy the jets. I see the pattern recognition now. Where I didn't at 30 when I look at myself in the mirror, where I don't have the wealth that even makes it even conceivable for me to do that now, I see the patterns. I've learned 30 to 40 what I needed. I feel very accomplished. Forget about the money or the
40 to 50?
I'm gonna make a lot in 40 and 50 too, but like it's gonna be really interesting. I see it very clearly. I like it. And so, I don't know, I think I've said it before, like people crying or complaining is the quickest tell on a non-winning player. The entrepreneur that tells me how hard it is to be raising money and how unfair the market is and how I need your help, Gary, because everybody, and losing mentality doesn't make me feel very good about how they're gonna succeed when they don't get enough downloads or when they don't keep enough customers or when their marketing didn't work or when their right-hand man quits on them or when some company they copy my ad. Put your head down and execute. Everything else will work itself out. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Boys, there are a lot of stuff I can't have. Pretty angle.
I know, like it's totally fine if you
I do-
don't want to, but I'm just throwing it out
Looking for the
there.
angle. I know. I do that to Lizzie all the time. But usually mine's more like, Nate's coming over in an hour. Hey, Enzo. Hey, buddy.
Low key? Nice.
Love it.
Yeah. I'd be a big fan of that.
I also threw 20 to 1 in the Giants.
Ari.
Should you take Lancaster City too?
Sorry.
He's Wonderlick. He's an idiot.
Wonderlick.
He's stupid.
I'm not gonna yell at Gary. I'm not gonna yell at. I don't want to yell at.
Just wanted to make sure you were still in the room.
Oh no,
I
I'm
didn't hear
super in the
anything.
room.
In the room, Mike.
Saying if it happened, it happened before the draft.
Do we need more glasses?
Fitzpatrick, right? He said he would rather not.
I told you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's.
All right, Nate.
You see this
What's
last
your first take? You know, this is Snapchat. Get your shit together. Go.
We're not gonna go
rusty
all
nose
these
here.
doors.
Negotiating. All he's doing is creating leverage. He did that
sour
before, but
cherry.
There's no team there. Now there's an option, which is me not playing.
The Jets will say okay. Jets are not going. For what? You mean there's other options?
I think
you
he
mean
had,
a
no,
plan
I'm
B?
talking about in general. I think he has a no deal done. I think he had a Fitz deal pretty much.
I don't
What do you think, Phil?
Love that.
I think
Like
he
it?
said,
Allie?
I'm going to worry about Fitz if I don't get he might want a
lot of
quarterback in
teams.
round 1 or 2.
Good
If he doesn't get the
mid-palate.
quarterback,
He
he goes
didn't
back to
want
Fitz. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was
Page 2 already.
also. He's offered $7 to $8 million for it.
Guys, can you believe Little lose a good employee? Do you know how many times I get reports that he's doing well? I laugh out loud. Constantly. How is this happening?
He's responsible.
Hey, check Lulu. He gets all this good feedback, and you laugh when he gets good feedback. Like, I laugh. I'm like, I feel like they're joking because they know I know him.
So do I.
Is everyone talking about it?
Enter hack.
AJ, he used waves. You see this? You're gonna shit when you're about to hear what happened. The offensive. No.
Council?
But is it about a hack?
Got sued by his dad?
No.
That's true, by the way.
Someone tweeted a video of him smoking out of a gas mask on his account. Like literally this happened like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, this is like he may drop out of the first round right now.
How do they know it's him?
Watch.
Watch till the end.
Takes it off at the end?
Yeah.
But what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? You see what Snapchat did? Yeah, put a filter last night.
I can't believe they got all that.
That's a lot.
Improvement as a pass rusher this past year. The worst sacks 2 years ago.
People are
10.5
killing
this
Bruce.
past season.
They are?
Pac-12 defensive
Off Gary's
player of the year
video?
when you watch
Not just in general. I've never smoked weed, but I should probably delete my Twitter.
It'd be a good run
Paxton Lynch.
to the Tennessee Titans. With the 8th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft,
I'll be so
the
mad.
Tennessee Titans select Jack Conklin.
Wow. Isn't it Jake? Wow. Now I buy it. See ya. Now I'm buying it.
He's like, damn, I want to smoke so bad.
Now you got
Put away your Twitter.
it.
You know what? I'm all in on Gruden too. Put away your Twitter.
Put your social media away. Right, because he tweeted that. Let me tweet this right before he gets drafted. This would be funny.
William Jackson the third. He just said that's our pick one. I hope it's somebody we all never heard of. William Jackson the third. Miles Hat. All in on Miles Hat.
Wait till you see this disappointment pick.
Buffalo and the Jets. They're in a division against the Patriots and Tom Brady. I mean, no matter how good the Jets defense was last year, that's the goal. They're excited. They're going to go through the very see what they do.
Come on, baby.
With the 20th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft,
Paxton.
the New York Jets select Darren Lee.
Survive. Hack is still alive. Still alive.
We're not that excited.
With potentially people say, well, you know, he's 6 foot and 3/4, he's 232. Seven straight gets going to be in the first round. We'll be back.
We could not take an offensive player in the first round.
Just said something first.
Yeah. Good day. Good day. Got a new jet. Hustle a lot. It's fun. Good stuff, D-Rock.
Really good day.
Good day. Welcome to the new jet into the family. And got to spend some quality time. So, good stuff.
Just for now, I'll be your lesbian.